Yes, I'm happy. Of course, I'm more happy if we have three wins and not only two. But this is football. This is normal. If we consider that we play two home games and one game away, actually we win away and we lose home. But if we consider this, I think in this moment, in 3 games, we have 6 points with a team totally new. I think it's very positive in this moment. It's very positive, and this is a work of everyone, of course. But in the moment, is positive for sure. No, no, I know have. It's funny, I'm smiling because the media here always tell them I was a defensive coach, and no, I'm organized coach is different. I like my team be organized in all the moments of the game, but who are inside the process know that I'm very free with the players. And the style of play of my teams are a little based in the players I have, because the players many times tell you how you're gonna play. You cannot ask a player to do what you want because maybe he cannot, and you take him his performance, you take him out his qualities. So I do the opponent. I check what is the most potential of the players, and I try to create a way of play who push them to the limit, for they can put all his quality in the field. When we know have ball, yes, I like to have a team very organized, everybody do his job, and especially what I can consider my way of play or style is a fighting. I can play offensive or defensive, depend the game, depend the opponent, depend the players you have. But one thing, I never let my teams no show in the field is character, attitude, fighting spirit, or ever the results in the training, in the game, we have to give 200%. Exactly what bring the club to the trophy, because also in the season before we make a 4th place in a very good league. We start also with a team with some problems, and the organization inside the field and outside the field, we build a good atmosphere and a good environment. And we try to fix mistakes that exist before, and after step by step we arrive in a good position in the first year, and in the second year the process is still going on and was more near the success, because it was nothing fate from 2 or 3 months, but it was a process already with 12 or 14 months, and the title arrived. Not only because that month or that pre-season, but because all the work was done before during 1 year and half almost, and that is the most important. And I hope many people who listen this interview not take this like nothing that I don't agree, but Indonesia many times no one want everything done from yesterday. But this is in football is very hard, very difficult. It's important to give time to the coach, to the players, to the structure, to build it for have success. If RM have success, was not because it's because the process that we've done until before we win the trophy. And I think this is the most important. We trust everyone and have a target, realistic target, idea to arrive in the final we can have success. and not 2-3 games no work, let's change players, let's change coach. You have many examples. It's difficult to work. Maybe work one time, but most of the situations no work. Yeah, of course we have the big example of Mourinho, because he's maybe not the first good coach Portuguese, because they have many, but he's one who opened the doors maybe to the Portuguese coach abroad, and of course he's a big coach with a lot of trophies. Actually in Portugal we are different, but we are also similar, and after the coach almost, because Portugal is a small country, and almost all the coach take the same way of study football, not many difference. After, of course, the personal touch make the difference, but of course we all are the same school. We want to be organized, we want to have results, we focus too much in the results, and that's the Mourinho style. I cannot say that I follow his style, I follow my own style. I like him, I like Fabio Capello, I like many other coaches. I think the most important is we take ideas and of all, and also we have our own ideas. But of course, everybody knows the quality and what José Mourinho make for all the Portuguese coaches. My best game. Consider my best game, like I say, consider my best game in results, not one game, but 2 games. When in Arema we win the Piala President. Win a trophy is always win a trophy. Was the most near in the football, and of course, consider that 2 games. I cannot say that we play very good in the second one, but I can say that we play enough to arrive our target. Our target always win the cup, the Piala President, and since we arrived to the target, was our 2 best game. Or ever, if I park an airplane or whatever, I'm not worried with that. To be honest, I think is positive, because I understand the meaning of that. Is to try to improve the youth football in Indonesia, and so I agree totally about this. In my situation, for me this is insignificant, because since I have players with quality, I don't care if you have 20 years old or 21 or 23 or 40. The most important is the player have performance. So if I have a player with 20 years old and he have quality, not because the rule that I'm gonna use or not use. This situation we must use 45 minutes. So I understand the situation. I agree, we have to do something and help like I said, Indonesian football players and Indonesian football. But I think, honest, it's not enough. It's not this who's gonna make a big difference in the improvement of Indonesian football. Because maybe in Indonesia consider 23 young player, but in Europe 23 years old, maybe he's already for sale for a big club. He has to start performance maybe with 18 or 19. But the big difference is, okay, we want young players in the Super League teams, I agree. But we cannot have 2 things. Here, that all the supporters and everyone insist, and of course focus only and almost in the result. After the coach also, we're gonna use young players, because if we lose, maybe tomorrow we no have job. If we use, if is quite, so we have for the coaches be more comfortable to use, and no, I don't see any problem in use under 23 years old player, but we have to build them since maybe 6 or 7 years old, for they be ready when they have 20 or 21 or 22 years old. Exactly what we are talking during this interview. One of the things, you cannot build a house if you start with the roof. So we have to start the house by the underground. So is what we need: structure on the bottom, structure for academies, structures for coaching formation, structures for players formation, conditions, training grounds, facilities. When you have this, and when you focus that this is the way to have a better future in Indonesian football, I believe this can work. Because I'm not talking because Portugal work. I'm talking because Portugal work, almost all Europe work. Even if you go to, you see today, you see many players outside from Japan and Korea arriving in Europe and have success, because there they are already built the facilities few years ago. Same in Africa countries. You have, day by day you see more players from Africa to arrive in Europe high level, because they already start this maybe 10 or 12 years ago. Create the facilities for academies, the coach formation, and this is the biggest step for improve Indonesia football. It's not focus in, we have to separate. One thing is professional football and League 1, League 2. This is one thing. You can try to improve the league, but for you improve the Indonesia football, you have to work in academies. You have to create players with tactical, with organization, with habits, the sleep on time, wake up on time, have a good food, have a good everything, rules, timing rules, everything. Only like this you can improve. You go to another level in Indonesia football. That is my personal opinion, and I think more early you start, more early you will see results. That's it. Not only the Indonesian players who have to improve. If Portugal players have the success, or if many players from Brazil, Argentina go to Portugal and after go to abroad with the big millions, it's because this. It's because this work. It's because this work that federation and clubs done 20 years ago, that give all the facilities for the teams, make formation, academies. Every corner you go in Portugal, you have academy. And we are not talking about money, big money. We are talking about structures, small structures, but organized, who can create players. And after, go to bigger clubs, and bigger clubs sell to bigger clubs. This is a process, but of course, this was pushed by the Portuguese Federation many years ago. Example, for you stay in League 1 in Portugal, you have to have under 10, under 12, under 16, under 17, and now this season, human football, human soccer. If you don't have this, you cannot compete in League 1. So the clubs must to do also his job in formation, in academies. And I think this is the success of Portugal, is the academies. And the academies make the coach more competitive, make more coaches, make learn more, make improve the coach, improve the players, improve the structure, improve everyone, and of course more near the success. And this is the main success of Portugal is based on this. No, example, in Portugal we have 3 newspapers or 4 diary newspapers. Here you use more Instagram. Of course, newspapers are made by professionals, are written by professionals. Another thing is you have to understand which media you pay attention. Official media, okay. Official journalism, okay. If you go pay attention to Instagrammers, you lose your focus, and because many of the news is someone that we never see the face, but he create, sometimes it's not news. I call opinion maker. They create a news for you, for try to make the people believe on that. So this, in my opinion, this kind of media, I don't consider media. I consider people outside the media who have Instagram page and give his opinion. We have to understand the media is important. The media, the real media, who is approved by the clubs, who is approved by the federation, who is approved by the post, by the journalist. So we have to focus in this media. The media can be positive, can be negative. I think, my opinion, even for the Instagrammers, you should be more positive. Always is too much negatives. Have to be more positive to see the positive things of the game, of the, not only try to find the negative. This is my opinion. I live very good with that, but some players, example or situations, are not have the strong enough to live with that. But also they have to learn. But media for me is not a problem. The official media for me is important, because if no media, also the football no have visibility. We have to work together, but for we improve, I think all we have to improve. The media, the coach, the players, everyone. But I don't have any problem with the media, the official media. I feel good in Indonesia. Actually, when I come first time to Asia, I like Asia and I like to work here. I feel the people are nice, the weather is good, the food, we have everything that we have in Europe. I don't see any difference between Indonesia or some countries in Europe. Of course, it's a different culture, but no, I don't have any problem in adaptation. Like you say, it's a beautiful country. You have many things to see, many places to go, and I think it's easy. Since the first day I like to work in Asia. Example, I have offer from some countries, and I prefer to come to Asia or Indonesia, because also I feel more comfortable in day by day. During my day, I feel safety, I have always many things to do. For family, for kids, it's an amazing country, have a lot of places for they enjoy. So I feel very happy here in Indonesia, and is why I stay here almost 4 years, I think. Always I have one thing, I no lie, and food in Indonesia is not my best. Because it's spicy first, you have to match condiments, and in Portugal it's totally opposite. It's much plain, only with salt, and so it's not easy. but I like nasi goreng, of course. It's the food that is good. And local, I like redang padang, the food. Also oxtail soup, but sometimes the other food not so comfortable with that. And for me, taste new food is also difficult. I'm not saying it's not good, but sometimes I know taste. Not here, everywhere in the world. I focus almost in the same food every day. Fabio Capello, because I think he's a coach. Tactical was perfect. I like his leadership. I like his way of running the teams. He's one of special leadership and organization. I think he's strong in these 2 points. Thank you for watching us, Ranskandia.